Namaste, Sacred Masters, and welcome to this Pick a Card session for your shadow work. We have the deck shuffle and 3 random cards from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck placed before you. If you want to purchase this deck, look for the link in the description box below. You can pause the video and take your time to see if any of these cards resonate with you, and then use the time code in order to jump to the card you choose. This is card 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget there are many more pick a card videos to choose from. You can find them in my playlist, Shadow Work Pick a Shadow Card, on my channel's main page, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell for more pick a card sessions. After you pick your card, I will explain what each card means in the book. Now, the book's description is poetic and can be confusing sometimes, but for the sake of sharing, I will read it out, then give you my interpretation of it. You will hear my interpretation when I remove my mask and speak with my normal voice. I will also give you a shadow prompt in order to get started on some shadow work based on the card you pick, together with Grabovoi Codes to help with your shadow work sessions, or sometimes a link to another video relating to the matter. Alright, let's get started. Pick a card and jump to the timestamp. The card you picked is Anger and Chains, and is represented by the waning crescent moon phase. It is illustrated with lions and sparks and chains and signs and lines all melted together. Geometry and colors like an explosion. The sentence that resonates with this card is, I've got to break free. I want to be free. This card shows that anger is not the road to clarity. It's not a controlled effort or a cold dish. It is raw, primal, explosive. It is the loss of reason, the loss of restraint, a bomb burning bright in black color, a wax seal carefully crafted to be immediately broken. But anger is also freedom. How can you break a single thread woven with a million of others? How can you unfether yourself from a bad situation, letting all the rest unchanged? It doesn't work like that. When you need to break free, you need to shake and shout. And more things will be broken than just what you want to hurt. They're like a bundle. You can target, but you cannot choose. Break many to break one. Save one to save many. The name of the card should give you a clue as to what shadow work prompt this is. From experience, we know that anger binds us in a chain of negativity. Anger leads us to do many things that we later regret, or even worse, take us further down into the vibrational chart to sadness and depression as well. Anger can be a survival trait in which we act out when we are frightened, or it could be an expressive trait in which we communicate intensely when all other forms of communication fail. But most often than not, after we are done being angry, we feel shame. Shame for our behavior that we later regret. In the absence of shadow work, anger is the most common way our shadow child and our shadow side spills out and lashes out. Unfortunately, we do it to the people nearest and closest to us. This card holds the basis of shadow work, so I could give a million shadow prompts for it. For the sake of getting started, let's just begin by asking ourselves, what emotion brings out the worst in you? What do you think that is? How can we do shadow work to heal it? Can we do shadow child work to heal ourselves? If you want a whole course that is free on healing the shadow child, click on the link above or look at the description box below. When contemplating on these intense emotions, use Grabovoi Code 10011051010 to invite energies of peace around you. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi Codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste. The card you picked is Artificial Heart and is represented by the new moon phase. It is illustrated as a female figure, an android or a robot, with cyber lines traveling over the skin like gentle spiders, a black choker of feminine servitude, and jaded eyes of futuristic indifference. The sentence that resonates with this card is building oneself to specifications, steeling oneself to adversity, dreaming of electric sheep. Once upon a time, it was a time of flying monkeys. Someone journeyed to a place that wasn't Kansas in order to gain a heart. Oh, such a charming old-fashioned fairy tale. A new heart can be bought on the internet now and be delivered in a couple of days with a brand new shiny instruction manual. It works too. It gets the job done. It's not a job of feelings. It's scripted, like a job of numbers. Actually, it feels like a trade-off. We find refuge in the rational mind, which in turn gives us back the illusion of control. But we still feel. We still long to live through our emotions fully. We are truly like an artificial knight that wants to become a real person. Happiness is not in numbers. But it's not because numbers are bad. It is because there is nothing that alone can grant happiness, and then we blame this choice as the reason why our sky has no color. What if it's not actually connected? What if it's just an excuse? What if even an artificial heart can beat and fall in love and drown in sorrow? As poetic as this card sounds, it really means that we seek out happiness, our heart, through external means. Sometimes we find happiness is getting others to love us. Sometimes we find happiness in receiving a lot of money or buying our dream home or dream car. These are all external validations, and we must be careful not to place our happiness in the pursuit of external things. Real happiness is found within, not in the artificial heart, but in the real heart. When we chase happiness, there is something that needs to run. Don't make happiness a reward, but rather an emotion that is deserved. Practice looking inwards by asking yourself with this shadow prompt, what can I do today that makes me happy, that's not external? How can you treat yourself like a valued friend in a positive and honest way? When you are doing shadow work for this, use the Grabovoi Code 487042169 to help with activating your energies of happiness. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi Codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste. The card you pick is Naked Before the Stars. It is represented by the first quarter moon and is illustrated with a beautiful curvy woman wearing lacy lingerie. One is a black corset, and she kneels in her full sensuality under the lights of a million artificial stars. The sentence that resonates with this is, there is no perfection that is worth enough. There is imperfection as proud as the heavens. When you interpret this card, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see something you like or something you dislike? What do we compare ourselves to? To the stars of a media firmament leaking into our real life? To the social models? To the beauty queens and kings of the eternal pageant? To our inner self? To the ideal we had when we were younger? To the eyes of the people loving us? I wonder what feelings the words curvy, cute, chubby, fatty, rounded arouse within us. Be it smile or distaste or recognition, the quest for beauty is not an empty quest. Even if beauty is not as deep as the ocean, still when we shine, our world becomes brighter. But we will always feel naked in front of the stars. We should learn not to blush and stand proudly.
So let us ask ourselves, where do we get our idea of beauty from? Oftentimes when we look in the mirror and are unsatisfied with ourselves, it is because we develop the idea of beauty and attractiveness from somewhere. Think about it. We have to derive our idea of what is beautiful from somewhere. In the African country of Mauritania, being fat is considered beautiful, and they have fat farms to beef women up. While in the US, we have many slimming programs that do the opposite. Our idea of beautiful stems from what we absorb from the culture around us. So the bottom line is, when we look in the mirror, is it you not liking what you see? Or is it society talking back to you? Your shadow prompt for this session would be, where did I get my idea of beauty from? Think back to the time when you saw someone and decided they're beautiful and want to be like them. Was it a TV show or a magazine? Begin to ask yourself why you think that's beautiful. Was the model smiling? Was the actress displaying confidence? Perhaps those are the traits you actually like. Happiness, strength, but instead you projected it out into outer beauty and in how they look. Think about how you can let that go. Look at the mirror, look at yourself, smile, and finally say, I'm awesome. Use the Grabovoi Code 157914 to activate the energies of self-love. You deserve it. If you want to know how to use Grabovoi Codes in your sessions for meditating or journaling, check out the link above or in the description box below. I hope this session gives you something to work on. Pick up your shadow journals and let's start finding our inner and true authentic self. I'll try to post more pick a card every week depending on my schedule, so that gives you some time to sit with your shadow prompt and begin working on positive changes to a new life. If you found something new about yourself, don't forget to comment and share with others as well. This not only helps build courage and self-esteem, but it also encourages others that they are not alone. I'll see you in the next session. Namaste.